Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save 50...
Well, I'll tell you why. Because the best actress this year was Mikey Madison at the Oscars, and I don't see anybody discussing her vulva, which was on television all the time. No, I'm not talking about Swedish cars, you know? So I think it's interesting that there's a double standard for men, that when women are naked, Margaret Qualley as well in The Substance, nobody would dream of talking to her.
Fact.
The scene has gotten a lot of buzz because last episode, if you know, you know. And Jason Isaacs, I'm not going to go there.
Good.
I'm not going to mention that you had a bathrobe on.
Let me ask you this. If you had a woman on here, would you be very keen on talking about her downstairs equipment?
Just answer the fucking question.
Would you ever talk to an actress about it? I don't think you would.
No,
I think it's a terrible double standard.
You do?
Yes,
no,
I do.
I would. I go there with everybody.
Oh! Fiction can be fun.
Oh,
Yeah. So when Mikey
don't
Madison comes on, you're going to talk to her about whether she was those are her real parts, will you? Or Margaret Qualley comes on. I don't think you will. Get on.
No.
And I've watched all the interviews, and no one's ever asked them about their body parts.
Interesting. But that seems to be trending, right? Listen, you are an unbelievable actor.
All right, cool. Oh, wait, hold on. This is bullshit.
Now, you can tell that he's dealt with this same line of conversation many times since this so-called scene came out, and he's just fucking over it, man. And it just goes to show you, like, these are interviews and talk shows, and somehow they think this is acceptable. Like, they don't see it. They really don't see the hypocrisy. Like, for some reason, it doesn't register. Like, it doesn't count if a woman's doing it to a man, right? Like, this is a major network, national live show to millions of people. This is a morning show, for fuck's sakes. And this is how she starts the segment, talking about this guy's naked parts, drooling over it. And this is the guy she's just about to talk to. And the way she starts the conversation is talking to him about his naked body. Can you imagine if this was a man, a male host, drooling over some naked scene of a woman? That's how he starts the morning show. And the first thing he starts talking to his guest, his live guest, is about her naked body. Like, it just doesn't exist, man. How fast would that guy be branded a pervert and fired from his job? And I'm not calling for this woman to be fired at all. Like, that's absolutely not what I want. I just cannot stand the hypocrisy of it all and the selective victimhood. When women have been weaponizing this gray area for years, maliciously against men, for shit that they do at the same rate, if not at a higher rate. And if you don't believe it's done at a higher rate, why is it acceptable on a national live show to millions of people if it is not acceptable to the average everyday woman? And if it's acceptable to the average everyday woman, just imagine what they're getting away with in their normal lives that they don't even notice. It doesn't register, and that's the point. The hypocrisy of it. Like, they don't, like, just because they're in a bad mood, they're going to call something sexual harassment, get a guy sent to HR, or worse, fired. And then walk home from work that same day and see a firefighter on the side of the street and screech something obscene, and they won't see that it's the exact same thing. It's baffling, bro. Or you know, they'll be coming into work one day and they'll be depressed and they'll need a pick-me-up. And so when the guy catcalls, oh, it'll make them feel good and they'll love it. But then they'll go talk to their girlfriend who was just on a feminist website, and they'll tell them, well, actually, that's sexual harassment. So now, 7 days later, retroactively, it's sexual harassment. Or it's the ugly guy at work. And, well, it's sexual harassment because he's ugly. But meanwhile, the next day, the good-looking guy at work does something 10 times worse. And, oh, you laugh, you like it. It makes you feel good, right? And that's what I'm talking about. Like, the selective victimhood and hypocrisy is what gets me, man.
How old are you?
29.
Oh, okay.
Why is it that women are allowed to ask how old a man is, but it's taboo for a man to ask how old a woman is?
I think it depends on the context. Like, you can ask a woman how old she is. Like, I wouldn't be offended if you asked me how old I am.
Did you pause waiting for me to ask? I won't ask. How much do you weigh?
You old fat bitch! You fat bitch!
Women want men to be tall, obviously, because that reminds them of their fathers being taller than them, which is pretty messed up. Yeah. And men don't have anything like that. That'd be like if men could only be turned on if we were reminded of our mommies and we wanted women to have like giant boobs. You never hear about that.
That's ridiculous.
One of the best things about this slug is it likes sessioning downhill. Get on the bars, my friend. Actually, I'm not going to, because someone will complain because they identify as a slug.
It feels like guys will come up to the meet and greet, hit on me, and I'll be like, nah. And they'll be like, absolutely. And they'll go away. Girls, I'll be like, nah. And they'll be like, no, but you will. And I'm like, this is scarier than the guy.
They are way bolder. Like
A few moments later.
She's probably retarded. It's not her fault.
Oh.
That's assault, brother.
Rose said, who the fuck is St. Vincent? And look, if you don't know, St. Vincent is a very famous pop star. And this is her concert. She's on camera doing this in front of thousands and thousands of women who are just cheering her on for doing something that's probably 10 times worse than some poor schmuck who got fired last week. So at what point does media start holding women accountable for this shit the same way they universally hold men accountable? I wonder. And look, I'm not here to say fucking cancel her now, get her fired. That's not the point of this. As I said before, this is about the double standard, the hypocrisy, the selective victimhood. I'm not going to pretend to know whether this guy enjoyed this or not. You know what I mean? A lot of guys would enjoy that, but that really isn't the point, right? If those roles were reversed, that's an unconsenting person. And that other person is forcing themselves on that person without consent. That man would be in prison. And that double standard really doesn't sit well with me. When the roles are reversed, it's completely ignored. And I'm not saying men don't cross the line sometimes. We're not talking about the most extreme forms of sexual violence. Obviously, we know men perpetrate that at much higher rates. This is about the gray area that has been maliciously weaponized against men for years by women who have embraced this victimhood culture. And those same women will look at this and turn a blind eye to this very clear and pronounced double standard that exists in society today, as evidenced by pretty much every single clip you've seen in this video so far.
And this really cute 12-year-old boy came up and asked for my autograph, and it was like really cute. And then I went, when I'm 70, this cute little boy will be like 30. Now I'm going,
Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
If there's nothing wrong with me, maybe there's something wrong with the universe.
That doesn't make any sense, actually. None of this makes any sense. It's insane.
If you're a man and you think you're ugly, you probably just need a fucking haircut.
Thank you.
Problem solved.
15 years. Maintain injury-free career, which is something that too many guys have been able to do these days.
Great effort for him.
Oh, genuine creep. Wonderful.
Perfect.
Well, well, well. How the turntables.
What a fucking creep, bro. I mean, how dare she objectify that man like that?
Going to Disney World! Disney World. Papa, where are you going? Papa, where are you going?
To hell.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Gonna blow it on the cake, bitch? We're supposed to be eating that cake.
Спасибо, ты мне все настроение нахуй испортил. Вот это...
This is bullshit.
Was that me?
That's sweet cheeks.
Are you serious?
What? So just joking.
You just stop calling me.
Just appreciating the view.
I know, but like, come on, you're like holding up to me on mud, like it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Wow.
I appreciate it, like, but you can't just do that. Imagine if it was like the other way around.
I'd be very flattered.
It's not really like a compliment when it's like,
Oh,
you know.
God, are you one of them new Gen Z victim boys again?
No, if a girl's saying that I couldn't go past the catcall, then I think it's the same that you couldn't. Especially not when you're like,
oh, God, did your mum raise you to be one of them sheltered kids?
Sheltered? I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to make sure that respect is practiced both ways.
I thought you were a grown man, to be honest, but clearly
I am a
just a kid
grown
who
man.
can't take
Grown man, and I've just got morals. I just feel like it's not morally right to do that.
All right. Do your mates call you Elsa? Snowflake.
Elsa, no.
Do you know what? Just take the compliment, get over yourself, mate. It's not that deep.
All right, I'm not going to comment on his reaction here. You know what I mean? Most men would let it roll off their shoulder. They'd appreciate it. They'd laugh it off, whatever. He didn't. You know, he commented. He said, I got morals, and he was very respectful. And what was her reaction? She fucking shamed him. She basically said, fuck you, you better take it. How is that any different from the most aggressive male catcallers? And that's exactly what I'm talking about. The fucking hypocrisy of it all. And men don't have the luxury of weaponizing this shit against women. But as you can see, they go through the exact same shit. A lot of men go through the same shit on a daily basis. But most of them know how to shrug it off. They'll laugh it off. You know what I mean? They know how to read malicious intent. More importantly, society doesn't view it as bad when women do it to men. So most men don't either, right? But look, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your experience with this kind of sexual harassment / assault from women and what society views as acceptable.
Meanwhile...
Because a great injustice has occurred, okay?
Note the lack of surprise. Girls always take credit for a dude when he's like the best, right? It's always like behind every great man, there's an even greater woman, but you never hear behind every man that committed atrocities is an even more atrocious woman.
Well, isn't that just fucking convenient for you?
Like Hitler's girlfriend, she sort of gets off the hook, you know what I mean? I was saying if she existed right now, she would have like a blog about how to spot dating a narcissist. Eva Braun would have a podcast with Anne Frank about how they're both victims.
This world's fucking so fucked up.
Allow me.
Allow me.
When you destroy your old self, creation comes. You start building, piece by piece, the person you were always meant to be. And it feels good. Not because it's easy, but because now you have clarity. To become the person you want, you must destroy the person you are.
This is definitely one of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard. Actor Tom Hardy was working on a film about the life of one of the most violent men in England's history.
My name's Charles Bronson.
The prisoner Charles Bronson. To better portray the character, Hardy kept in regular contact with the real Charles Bronson. During one of their conversations, Tom Hardy was going through a rough patch in his love life. What he never could have expected was that this brute would give him life-changing advice. Watch this.
I pick up the phone at 6 o'clock. He goes, "Oh, I got you. I fucking got you, ain't I?" I said, "Charlie." He goes, "Hello, mate. How you doing?" And I just split up with my girlfriend at the time, and I thought, well, do you know what? I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to fucking tell him straight, because, you know, break the ice. I'm in a bit of a bad way at the moment. He goes, "Oh, yeah, what's the matter?" I go, "Yeah, so, you know, I'm just not comfortable, you know, I'm saying goodbye to somebody that, you know, that I really love, and I'm not happy, I'm not in a good space." And he goes, right. He goes, "Tom." But yeah. He goes, do you remember the floods? Well, Oxford. He goes, "Yeah, the floods. Do you remember the floods?" So, yeah. He goes, "Do you remember that boy who got his foot stuck in a grate and the river kept rising? And he kept rising. And he kept rising, and eventually they tried to get him out, but he drowned." Well, that wouldn't have happened to me. Right. He goes, "Do you want to know why?" I went, yeah, sure. He goes, "Because I'd have said, cut it off now." Tom, what I'm trying to say is, right? What I'm trying to say is, son, is sometimes, yeah, you've got to cut a little piece of yourself off, yeah, no matter how much it hurts, in order to grow, yeah, in order to move on.
You can have a good day, but you gotta make a great day. Much love, y'all.
Motherfucker, you're autistic? Wear it on your sleeve. You bald? Take off the fucking hat. You muscular? Show those fucking abs. You get out there, put your best foot forward.